Black Widow has nerves of steel, but with her new MechStrike armor, she's got a lot more than that. Hey Marvelites, welcome to Marvel's Avengers MechStrike Mech Mine Marvel, where I'm going to show you how to use art supplies and basic household items to assemble some awesome Avengers MechStrike gear of your own. My name is Lorraine, and today I'm going to show you how to make this homemade Black Widow mech utility belt. Before I start, here are a few tools and materials you'll need to have on hand. Black foam core, 3 lights. I call them puck lights because they're shaped like a hockey puck, but these lights you can really buy at pretty much any home goods or hardware store. Velcro strips, a belt, red vinyl or tape, and yellow vinyl or tape. And for tools, you'll need a pencil, scissors, hot glue, and a ruler. Now let's get started. Step 1. Use your pencil to draw 3 squares onto the black foam core about 2 inches wider than your puck lights. To make sure that you're making them big enough, line the 3 puck lights up in a row on your foam core and then draw the squares around them. I like to have my MechStrike Avengers friends here to help me while I make this belt. Well, maybe I wouldn't exactly call Thanos a friend, but hey, that's another story. Another tip, in the next step, I'm gonna cut out 3 more of these. I don't wanna waste any material, so I'm starting at the bottom of this sheet here to leave some room for the others above. Also, have fun with the design of these squares and really make them your own. I'm going to round the corners so these 2 on the ends don't just look like squares I cut out. I want them to really feel like they were designed by Tony Stark, so any extra details I can add are great. Oh, and for this one here in the middle, I'm gonna have it come to a point on the bottom to help make it stand out. Step 2. Use scissors to cut out the 3 squares. Ask somebody for help if you need a hand cutting them out. These will be the base where we attach the puck lights to eventually. Now, let me just get these last 2 and, okay. Step 3. Use those 3 squares as a template to make the next 3. You want these next 3 to match perfectly, so trace around the first 3 squares with your pencil, then use your scissors to cut them out. Okay, I am just taking my time here. And, okay, so now we have all 6 of these. It's time for Step 4. Trace the puck lights onto those first 3 squares. First, you want to lay down these 3 squares and place the puck light in the center. Then outline them using a pencil, like I'm doing here. Okay, Step 5. Cut out the circle outlines of the puck lights. The best way to do this is to gently bend them in the middle here and then cut out the circles like this. Okay, see again here how I carefully bend this square and then use the scissors to cut out the circle? I'm sure that Tony Stark had a super fancy hot laser thingy to cut this out, but we'll just stick with the scissors for now. Okay, and there we go. Step 6. Use the hot glue to attach the 3 cutout pieces onto the solid pieces. Take your time with this and be careful because this glue gets very hot. Okay, so I'm gonna add just a single line of glue around the edge of each of these top pieces. Then place them on top of these other ones. And great. Step 7. Cut out 3 strips of foam core for belt loops. We're gonna want these to be about 1 inch longer than the squares that we cut out, so I'm gonna use one of these squares as a guide. So I'll place this square here in the corner of the foam core and mark about 1 inch above that. Go just a bit wider than the square. And I'll draw a line down from there to square it off. Okay, and then I'll draw 2 lines down dividing this up, and I'll cut these so that we're left with 3 strips. Remember, these just need to be longer than the squares so that when you glue them onto the back, there will be space for a belt to slide through them. Step 8. Glue the 3 strips to the back of the squares. I'll add a little glue to one end of the strip and then a little glue to the other, then hold them on top and bottom of one of these squares. This is where the belt is going to slip through, so you'll want to make sure you're gluing it down in the right direction. For me, these side ones could work however I do it, but the center one, I need to make sure I'm attaching one of these ends to where the bottom goes to a point. Also, you definitely want to make sure that there's enough space so that your belt can slip through. Okay, now let me just glue this last one. Just a little more glue. Just like that. Okay, yeah, this is really starting to take shape. Step 9. Cut 3 circles out of the yellow vinyl to fit the front of the puck lights. I'm using vinyl, but tape also could work here. Okay, so I'm gonna lay these lights out on the vinyl, and yep, they will light up. Okay, I just wanted to check. Now just trace the puck lights so that you have 3 circles that are the exact same size as the lights. Notice that I'm saving the top half of the vinyl to use later. All right, then cut these out. Just take your time with this. Cut out each of these circles to fit the puck lights as closely as possible. Okay. And just finishing this one here. Okay. Step 10. Cut out strips of vinyl to cover the sides of the puck lights. First, I'm going to take the other half of this vinyl sheet and I'm going to use my ruler to measure the sides of the puck light. So I'm going to mark here how wide it is. Then I'll draw this line across the sheet and we'll need 3 of those, 1 for each of our puck lights. Then we'll cut these out. Okay. Don't worry about them being too long. It's always easy to cut them down later, but definitely err on the side of longer if you can. Step 11. Wrap the puck lights in vinyl. There's a back layer of paper to pull off the vinyl, so pull that off carefully. Then it should stick to the lights nicely. You're going to want this to lay smooth, so take your time lining it up. Once it's in place, you can smooth it out to get any wrinkles out of it. If it's not right, just pull it off and try again. Now take the yellow circles and place them on top of the puck lights. Remember, you can use tape here, even regular masking tape that you paint or use a marker to color yellow. There's no one way to do this right. Let's see if these lights still work. Okay, great. Oh man, I never get tired of that. Step 12. Cut a BlackWidow symbol out of the red vinyl and stick it into the center of one of the puck lights. I'm gonna trace one of the puck lights so I know how big to make BlackWidow's icon. And once I've drawn her symbol, I'm gonna just carefully cut it out. Just being really careful here. Okay, so let me pull the paper off the back of this and stick it on here. Wow, now it's really starting to look like a Black Widow mech belt. Let's line these up here, and now we are ready for step 13. Velcro the puck lights into the squares. You're gonna need 6 strips of Velcro, about an inch or so long. Use one of the squares as a guide, then cut 1 strip of Velcro, and then cut the other 5 to roughly the same size. All right. Now we're going to carefully hot glue 1 piece into each of the black cutouts, just like that, and then 1 to the back of each puck light. As you finish each one, slide the puck light into the square and the Velcro will hold it in place. You can also buy stick-on Velcro to avoid needing to use hot glue here, but for me, I need to use glue to get these to stick. Oops, let me turn that off. Another tip, you don't want to glue the lights directly into the square without Velcro because you may need to take them out to change the batteries after a long day of battling Thanos and his mech minions. Oh, whoops, let me turn that off again. Okay, I'm going to pull these strings of glue away to clean these up. Okay, great. Step 14. Slide the belt through the loops on the back of the puck lights. Be careful pulling the belt through here. The glue is strong, but you still want to be gentle just in case. And I am just pulling them gently through here, okay. And this last one. Step 15. Turn on the lights and you're good to go. This looks awesome. I really hope that you had fun following along because I had fun making it. I don't think that Tony Stark could have done it any better himself. Thanks for watching Marvel's Avengers MechStrike, Mech Mine Marvel. And just remember, you don't need the lab at Stark Industries to make some epically fun mech gear.